So the reasoning behind Will Smith and his wife boycotting the Oscars this year, either due to there being quote-unquote not enough diversity among its nominees, more on that later, or that he's simply sour over his by-the-numbers performance in a by-the-numbers drama that was heavily censored by the organization it was criticizing, didn't get its share in the limelight, may never come to pass. But that's not the point of this video. The point is Will Smith in hindsight and how he's a one-trick pony who's never been in a convincing role in his life. Now this is the kind of video that needs absolute clarification so that it cannot possibly be taken out of context, but people will do so anyway, but oh well, humility is whatever. But I need to stress that I do not hate Will Smith, but I don't think he's a terrible actor either. He's certainly got the charisma, he's a good performer and all that, but that shit only gets you so far. Now if you pay attention to every single role Smith has ever been in, with the possible exception of a tiny hand-picked singular roles, what do you find? A saucy, debonair man who likes to scream every now and then.
And what the hell is that smell? Get off my car! No! No!
This is no accident either. When Smith decided he was going to start acting in movies, he and his agent did a lot of research. And they came up with a lot of trends of what made movies a hit at the time. This consisted of special effects and explosions, creatures, and a love story, all rolled into one pedantic package. Now, there's going to be some of you out there saying, I don't see anything wrong with that. Well, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I am going to let you know that this is the exact same method that Nickelback used to hit it big. Yep. With the exception of Ali, the majority of roles he takes are cold and carefully calculated. He's unwilling to take risks and challenge himself as an actor. Now, that's not to say he doesn't try, but when he tries way too hard. Anyone remember 7 Pounds? That movie was engineered from the beginning to be blatant Oscar bait, and people saw right through its bullshit and disregarded it as such. Even if all the calculations and data worked in Smith's favor all the time, it ultimately wouldn't matter because he's missing the definitive factor that every actor should have. The ability to convince you that he is another person. I consider an actor a great actor when you stop referring to them by their name, but the character they're playing. Whenever you watch Breaking Bad, you don't see Bryan Cranston, you see Walter White. Whenever you're watching Collateral, you don't see Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, you see Max and Vincent respectively. And in Game of Thrones, she's not Emilia Clarke. She's Daenerys fucking Targaryen. But with Will Smith, I don't see Chris Gardner, I don't see Stephen Hiller, I don't see Del Spooner or Cypher Rage, but I just see Will Smith. And it looks like he's not going to stop this method anytime soon. He's still utilizing the same old song and dance for roles that are financially safer, and he's stumbling big time for the ones that aren't. Case in point, After Earth, where he essentially headed the movie to be a platform for his son, and, if rumors are true, had M. Night Shyamalan take the front line while he secretly directed the movie from the background. With his fit about the Oscars having all-white nominees in acting and directing for the past 2 years in a row, as if those were the only years that didn't have them, but suddenly, the past 2 years, no, it's wrong, we need more diversity, but I digress. When all that happened, right when his latest attempt to get the award himself didn't go through, it really seems to show how vain his motivations are, as if millions and millions of dollars, the respective adoration of people all around the fucking planet, and having actual power in the Hollywood system weren't enough. Nope. A golden statue needs to validate your career, because that is what's important, right? This isn't even considering the fact that in 2013, 12 Years a Slave became the first ever Best Picture winner to be directed by a black man. An award that Will Smith himself presented, by the fucking way. The winner for Best Adapted Screenplay was a black man, John Ridley, and the winner for Best Supporting Actress that year was Lupita Nyong'o. Now, Steve McQueen may not have won Best Director, but you know who did? Alfonso Cuarón, making him the first ever Latino to win the award. And the year before that, Ang Lee, an Asian, won the award as well. And it looks like Alejandro G. Iñárritu, a Latino, may win the award for 2 years in a fucking row. Also, the president of the Academy is a black woman. How's that for diversity, motherfuckers? Now, regarding current matters, you should understand that I was a little upset when Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, and Idris Elba weren't nominated this year. For about 2 minutes, because I realized that they have established long and prosperous careers, and they will continue to do so, and they have gained the respect of millions of fans all around the world, and those people who pay to see their movies and sing its praises is something they'll appreciate infinitely more than a golden statue. Idris Elba is one of the most respected and sought-after actors today. I think they'll be fine. Now, this is important because this kind of situation will lead to pandering. And pandering will lead to insincerity, and insincerity will lead to even more deserving talent being snubbed. Look, I like the Oscars, okay? It's a guilty pleasure for me. I watch them every year. But I know it's not the most important thing in entertainment. I know it's ultimately just gold-plated subjectivity. But all of that doesn't matter because there's still one unfortunate truth. Will Smith is a mediocre actor. He's a good performer, but he can't convince you that he's someone else. I'm PMRants, and regarding the Oscars this year, let me leave you with a quote from one of the hardest motherfuckers on the planet, Ice Cube.
I look at it as like a horse race, you know what I'm saying? Once your horse lose the race, you tear up your ticket and go on and just back on out, because it's nothing really to put that much energy into like that. It's, we don't do movies for the industry. We do movies for the fans, for the people. And, the industry, if they give you a trophy or not, or pat you on the back or not, it's nice, but it's not something that you should dwell on. We got accolades from all levels, from our core fans, from our curious fans, from our fans or people who, didn't even think they wanted to see that movie, I think an older generation got an understanding on why we did that kind of music, and a younger generation got a history lesson, and we got so much praise for the movie. And it's like, how could you be mad because one other academy or guild or anybody didn't say it's the number one? It's like, it's crying about, not having enough icing on your cake. And, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous.